He was my friend. I've known him for a couple of years.
He confused me. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I didn't get it. Nothing made any sense.
I was so honored that morning when he announced my name with the other 11. Not everyone was chosen, but I was. And he trusted me. He let me hold all the funds for the whole group. Oh, I was going to make him so proud, and I was going to be part of something big.
Everything was different ever since that day I left my nets to follow him. I was part of something big. I was in on the ground floor. But then came that night in the garden.
Things didn't go as they were planned. Jesus didn't take control. Oh, he preached of kingdoms and power, but that was it. He just talked. The people tried to crown him king, but he just withdrew by himself. I guess I got antsy and frustrated. And I don't know when the thought came into my mind, but once it came in, I couldn't get rid of the thought. Maybe there was something I could do to move things along.
It was cold that night. It had been a long day. I was tired, confused. We couldn't believe that they arrested him. I didn't know what to do. Nothing made any sense anymore.
So I went to see Caiaphas. And after a while, what he was saying kind of made sense. I mean, Caiaphas was only trying to prevent bloodshed. I knew this was my time, and I knew what I had to do.
Some of the men gathered together and built a campfire, stood around it, whispering to each other. Then a little girl stepped forward and said in a tone loud enough for everyone to hear, "Look at him over there. I think he was with them."
I led them to the garden. There was a trail of lights behind me. They were following me. I was the one they were following.
Everyone looked at me. I didn't know what to say. Huh? Me? I don't know him. I moved away from the fire and into the cold, hoping no one would bother me, but yet close enough to hear them talk.
I knew where they'd be. I knew the plan. I looked ahead there. I could see, yeah, he's there with all his favorites. The inner circle. I knew them all. So I pulled aside the brush and walked out.
I stood there in the shadows, hoping that they had forgotten about me. They were muttering under their breath and pointing their fingers at me. Then one of the men who had built the fire said, "Hey, you over there, you were with him in the olive grove. Come here." I didn't know what to do.
I knew just what I was supposed to do. We had it all planned. I would walk up to Jesus and give him a kiss on the cheek like a friend would kiss a friend. So I smiled and walked up to Jesus and held him and gave him a kiss on the cheek, and he whispered in my ear, Judas, do you betray me with a kiss? Oh, I stepped back.
I hesitated for a moment, and then I stepped forward. He said, "See, I recognize your face. You were with him in the garden." I denied it, and this time the words seemed natural. I almost seemed to believe them myself.
They grabbed him. He didn't fight. He just turned and said, "Am I leading a rebellion that you have to come at me with swords and clubs? I've been with you every day in the temple courts and you never laid a hand on me. But this is your hour. This is the hour of darkness." At this point, all of his followers turned and ran.
I stood there for almost an hour. People left the campfire. Others came and bringing fresh news. Then, as the dawn was breaking through the night, it happened. Everyone was looking at me. They recognized me. "Yes, you were there with him." This is when I lost it. I swore up and down I didn't know him. I cursed his name. I hadn't used words like that for a very long time. In fact, since before I left my nets.
At first, I didn't get it.
Before my mouth closed, some guards were crowding into the courtyard. They were leading a prisoner.
I didn't realize what I had done.
It was Jesus.
He's my friend.
As our eyes met, the rooster cried out. Then I remembered a conversation we had had. "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me." "No, Jesus, I will never deny you."
He chose me.
"I will never deny you."
He loved me.
Oh, what have I done?
Oh, what have I done? He's an innocent man.
I betrayed my friend.
I betrayed my friend.
And it's all my fault.
It's all my fault.
That he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.